Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at Land, Air, and Sea Critters at War. This is designed by John Perry and published by Arcane Wonders. This is a two-player game, and in this game you're going to be playing on three different war theaters, land, air, and sea, and you're going to be trying to win two of the three theaters. And the first person to 12 points is going to win the game. Now, this is a re-theme of Land, Air, and Sea, and I really like the art on this a lot better than the original Land, Air, and Sea. I think that's amazing. So that's already a bonus on this game itself. So let's go ahead down to the table here, and I'll show you how the game plays, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is Land, Air, and Sea Critters at War, and in this game you're going to be trying to control two theaters each round, and if you do, you're going to gain some points, and you're going to try to be the first person to 12 points. That person will be the winner. To start the game, you're going to shuffle up these two Supreme Commander cards. You're going to hand one to each player. Then you're going to place out in random order these Land, Air, and Sea cards. Then you're going to put the points off to the side. Players are then going to flip over these cards, and they're going to determine which one's going to be the first player and the second player. On these cards, it's going to show you how you're going to score on each round. So if you win two theaters and there are 4 cards left, you're going to only get 2 points. If there are 2 to 3 cards left, you're going to get 3 points. If there's 1 card left, you're going to get 4, and if there's 0, you're going to get 6. I'm going to explain how you're going to get these numbers and how you win these two theaters in a second. The last thing you're going to do for setup, and you're going to do this each round, is you're going to shuffle up this deck of cards here, and you're going to deal out 6 cards to each player, and the remainder get put off to the side. Each player is going to get their little stack of 6 cards. They're going to take a look at them. They're going to see what they got. All these cards are going to either be in one of the 3 different theaters. They're either going to be for land, air, or sea, and the cards go from 1 to 6. The 6 cards have no special abilities, but all the other cards do. Like this one here, you can flip any uncovered card, flip any uncovered card in an adjacent theater. You may move one of your cards to a different theater and draw 1 card and place it face down to adjacent theater. Well, what do all these mean? Well, you can do one of 3 things on your turn. You can place one of these cards in the appropriate theater, so this would have to go into air. You can flip it and go to the 2 side and place it in any theater, and this is just a 2-power card, or you can concede. And if you concede, the round goes to the opponent, and however many cards you have in your hand is going to be where they're going to get their score. So I have 4 cards left, of course I get the 2, and that's where this comes in. But if players play out all their cards, someone's going to get 6 points, and like I said, your goal is to get to 12 points, so there's at least going to be 2 rounds to the game. So let's say I gotta play a card. So here I'm going to go ahead and I am going to play the 6 air. Okay, so I have 6 air. I'm just going to go out strong. My opponent's going to take a look at their card and like, oh no, I don't have any air cards. Well, what can I do? Well, I could, if a player plays a card to an adjacent theater occupied by at least 3 other cards, they destroy that card. Well, it's adjacent theaters. This one, what else do I got? I got flip an uncovered card and adjacent. Flip an uncovered card. You know what? That's great. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go ahead and flip that card. So now their 6 became a 2. All right. And what am I going to do? Well, I am going to, this is ambush, flip any uncovered card. So I'm going to flip it back. So right now we got 2 to 3. I'm winning in the air theater. This opponent's like, oh, well, I can probably win in these 2 theaters, and I can let air go, but I could make it look like I care. So all of your face down cards are now strength 2. I don't have a lot of. Oh, you know what I could do? I could play this as a 2. All right, and then the opponent's going to take their turn, and let's say draw one card and place it face down in an adjacent theater. I want to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Now my opponent's going to be like, okay, well, you know what I should do now? Oh, actually, it said covered by this card, so I should have put that there. So I'll place this. So now I have 4. This one's now a 4, so I have 8. I have a 11 strength to their 3. So I'm probably definitely winning in that theater. All right, so we go back to the other player, and they're like, I'm going to go ahead this and move this card to an adjacent theater. Okay. And now my opponent's going to go, and they're going to be like, I don't know what to do here. I am going to go ahead. I'm pretty sure I won that, so I'm going to place this card face down here. All right, and this opponent's going to go, you know what would be great? I'm going to place this down and flip a card in an adjacent theater. All right, now this one here, even though it's a different color, because I did that, it can stay in there. So they can be the wrong color in that theater now, which is pretty cool. Now my opponent here is going to be, okay, well, I'm going to put the 6th battleship there. So I think I'm going to be winning. And my last, here's my last card. I have, oh wait, they're going to put that down. Here's my last card, sorry. Maybe I messed them up. I'll put this here, and they're going to put that there. So then we're going to add up points. The green one, or this player 2 won this theater. And they also won this theater. So since there was 0 cards left, this opponent's going to get 6 cards. We're going to go to the next round. When we go to the next round here, we'll rotate these around. We'll gather up all these cards here. We'll shuffle these guys up and give 6 cards to each player. We'll swap first and second player here. So this player will go first. The other one goes second. And we'll keep doing this until someone gets to 12 points. And in a nutshell, that's going to be how you play Land, Air, and Sea Critters at War. Let's go ahead back up the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this game. Okay, so I really like lane-based games. So I really like Battle Line, and I really like Land, Air, and Sea. This is by far my favorite version of Land, Air, and Sea. I don't think they really changed anything with it, but the art is phenomenal. I love the art on there. And this is a game that gets better the more that you play it. It is a micro game. There's only 6 cards in each of the theaters, so you only have 18 cards. Of those 18 cards, you're going to be dealing out 6 to each other players, so you're going to have 6 out each round. So you're going to have a general idea of what your opponent probably has, but you're not 100% knowing. So there's going to be a lot of bluffing in this game of, do they have that 6? Because I don't have that 6. Or I know I can win this theater, and I can probably win this theater. Or I know that I'm not going to win much, so I need to concede really soon so I can limit the amount of points my opponent gets and maybe win in the next rounds or so. So there's a lot of strategy to it. And like the game gets better and better as you play more and more, because you get to memorize these cards. You know what these cards do. Your opponent memorizes the cards and knows what they do. And the bluffing becomes more and more pronounced, and you know, like, do they have the 6? Do they have the 6 in their hand, or do they think I might have the 6 in the hand? I'm going to go with it or not. A lot of really, really cool moments in this game. And there's very few games where you can just play over and over and it gets better every time. This game is, I would consider, a small game. You can take this out of the box and put it in a smaller bag or whatever and carry this around anywhere you want. All right, so yes, I love this game. And if you're looking for a great 2-player game that doesn't take very long to play but has a lot of strategy and just keeps getting better every time you play it, I would highly recommend checking out Land, Air, and Sea. And then I would highly recommend checking out this version before any of the others, and this Critters at War, because of the amazing art in it. This is by far, I think, the best looking version of Land, Air, and Sea. So that's my thoughts on Land, Air, and Sea Critters at War. Thank you for watching.